One of the hardest sells to pull off when convincing an anime fan that doesn't already like slice of life is to watch slice of life. And don't get me wrong, I get it. The plotline of a lot of slice of life anime is as simple as boy likes girl, boy tries to get attention, perversion, hilarity, anxiety, or drama ensues. And there are always so many tropes. Honestly, this is rivaling even isekai at this point with how many characters you'll find that fall into place. Characters like tsundere, childhood friend, oblivious main character, accidentally falling into booba, although that may be itchy. And my personal biggest gripe, a lot of times in slice of life anime, the stories often are really slow, and a lot of times the characters' decisions don't make any sense. Is often done because of drama. Why be consistent when you can have anxiety? So then why do people watch slice of life anime? Well, for me, this genre holds a lot of heart. Toridori comes to mind. Yes, a lot of them are kind of cringe, but some are able to capture a whole hell of a lot of heart and have amazing, wonderful characters that you'll grow to love and completely understand. So what does this have to do with a little old anime called Love is War? Well, I just finished watching season 3, and this might just be one of those animes that most people would find hard not to like. And recently, having seen the show skyrocket in its recent success over the last couple of years, it seems like that's an obvious statement. So what did Love is War do that so many others have failed at? Well, for the sake of time, I think Love is War is doing two things really well. But first, let me ask you a question. What do you think of the overall story of Love is War? Is it intense? Is it scary? Are there any stakes, really? Are you worried that things won't work out? On the surface level, the story is extremely simple. The student council president, a genius yet low-class boy, is captured and grows to love a cold yet extremely high-class and slightly ruthless girl who is also in the student council. And of course, it plays off of the adage of whoever says I love you first loves the person more, or gives up some control in that relationship, neither one of them wanting to give up control. The boy, the student council president, isn't rich, does not have status, does not have importance in the overall school. So he doesn't want to quote unquote bow down to this person that does. Otherwise, he'll never be seen as an equal to her. And precisely that's why she doesn't want to commit first. She wants him to come to her for the very same reason. She's high class. She's wanting to keep that power as well. But ultimately, the only real risk or cost is things not really working out. And there's no doubt in any of our minds, I think, when watching any of these shows that they're not going to end up together. Which honestly, thank you so much, Love is War, for not just draining me of all of the anxiety-induced misunderstandings that oftentimes exist within rom-coms or even just slice of life anime. Goddamn, it's exhausting. That's why I stopped watching some of these. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is most of the time the show is extremely simple. It's simply the daily life of the student council room, president, leadership, etc. For instance, the student council plays a game of Monopoly. Another, the student council helps students with girlfriend trouble, and so on. Nothing larger than life like we often see in things like isekai. And therein lies what makes slice of life anime so damn special. They're smaller, more close, more focused, and in some ways more intimate. The overall plot is often meaningless. What matters is if they can make you care. And that, my dear friends, is what this show does expertly. And one of many things it does really well. And one of the things it uses to do this, to make it resonate, is perspective. Now, yes, a lot of shows have this, but not like this. The storytellers and the performers have so much fun jumping back and forth through each character's perspective. Their hormonal teen craziness just popping off in every possible way, making a very calm and neutral situation larger-than-life, crazy misunderstandings in a realistic way. Not just being like, how did you come to this conclusion? But instead, oh, yeah, no, I get it. It's a lot for you right now, got it. Each character's perspective, with them being hormonal teens, their reactions are ravenous and extremely fun to watch. They can take a simple story and make it the most interesting by zooming in and letting these characters unravel. And in that unraveling, we start to understand these characters more and more. And eventually, we are bought in. But was that it? Is that all it takes to make a story? Show the individual perspective of each of the characters? Well, clearly not, because other shows have done that and have failed massively to resonate with the person that they're telling the story to. So, what are the other things at play here? Well, that brings us to the most surface level, obvious, but brilliant thing in Love is War, these crazy mofos that you see up before you are brilliant. This is the voice cast that to me puts Love is War on a different level of fun and crazy. Leveraging entirely what makes the perspective so damn great, selling it expertly, having fun with it, unraveling the madness before us. It's so good. Shout out to all of these brilliant people for just frankly coming undone and being unleashed on these characters. Love is War is one of the best examples of what it feels like to have talented people unleashed onto a script/story. But oh my god, do these people make the story come to life. They're so good that they even got the anime elitists to at least concede that after you watch the sub, you should watch the dub, which, you know, is a start, because golly, those people are rough. Dude, the madness of the narrator, full sending every single line as if he's dancing while no one's looking. It's brilliant. And let's not forget the artists. Again, the artists do an amazing job. There's a reason why this series is memed to death, is because each scene looks so iconic and just completely overselling what it feels like to go through these emotions, especially when you're in your adolescence. And that it creates such a fun, funny, enjoyable experience. On that topic, I don't know which one came first. Is it the artist that popped off and like made it so easy for the voice actors to embody the emotion, or is it the opposite of the voice actors popping off and then helping probably the first artist probably killed it. So that leads me to believe that this is one of those shows that transcends the medium that it's in. And yes, I know it's a comedy/rom-com anime first, but it's also a slice of life anime too. And I think if you're one of those people that normally doesn't like these kinds of shows, slice of life in particular, still give this show a chance, because outside of leveraging things that often aren't leveraged, it is a fire as hell comedy anime, which is definitely doing a lot of the lifting. And it has a completed, somewhat, storyline. You're not gonna be stuck in this purgatory hell of these people never really getting together or just being lost in this frustration. It doesn't do that. It leverages other things that we don't often see within anime. And there's so many other things here. The brilliance of how many character arcs are going on, how they're progressing each one of them, how the show gets subliminally dark and kind of twisted in moments, going into the deeper aspects of bullying and lying and the world being unfair and justice being extremely rare in general. But yet people still adhere to those beliefs because they have meaning behind them. It's beautiful, but also hilarious. It's so fun. It's a good show. There's a reason why it hits the mark, is because it leverages those said things perfectly. I think it honestly does what a lot of shows need to do if they're gonna make a slice of life kind of anime, which to me, the core of what makes slice of life so good is that it's not a grander than life story. It's a quiet, more at peace, focused in story. But when you focus in like that, you can have a lot of fun just playing with every variable you could possibly leverage. And that creates a lot of fun and a lot of creative power into the people who are creating. It's one of the often misconceptions with art, is giving yourself I can do anything is actually extremely hard for you to be creative. Whereas if you box yourself in, that's when you start to have to get clever. So if you like comedy anime, watch this show. A testament to how brilliant the voice acting cast as well as the artists are, that they were able to make even the dullest concept the funniest. Also, if you like rom-coms, this is going to be one of the best. You'll sincerely understand the characters, but unlike others, you'll sincerely understand the characters because of its brilliant use of perspective. And if you wanted a story that was filled to the brim with heart and characters you'll grow to love, this is a complete as well as generous story filled to the brim with said characters. So yeah, continue watching Love is War Season 3. There's also a movie, it's getting split up. Do it, yeah, it's great. Continue.